I found it! This is Sonic Heroes, not a Let's Play. I'm just playing a couple levels from it because I found the disc. I had it lost for a while. Do I have any save files that are good? We'll go with this one. Can I change? Can they like do widescreen or something? I don't freaking know. I don't know if they can do that now. Alright, we're just gonna go through, play some stages. What? Challenge acts? Can we just do like speed runs? Yeah, we can do those. Alright, that's cool. Oh boy, what do I want to play? I want to start with Seaside Hill, because Seaside Hill is cool. We'll just do this. So, I was looking for this disc. I was looking for the game disc, and I couldn't find it. I opened up, ew, look at those lines on the thingy. Those weren't always there. I think these are the glitches they're talking about when you play this on the Xbox 360. But yeah, I was looking for this disc. I could not find it for the life of me. I opened up my 360. I opened up like all my game cases, which my Xbox and PS2 games I keep in a separate case because I didn't want to have to fiddle around with those. So it wasn't there. And last resort, I'm like, okay, well let me check the OG Xbox, right? Because it's probably in there if it's nowhere else. And lo and behold, it was in there. And I have no idea why I would play this on the original Xbox when I have a 360 sitting here. Like, it doesn't make any sense. But I did, so I found it, and there you go. But this is Sonic Heroes. I guess this game came out in, what, 2003? Tails, where are you? There you go. 2003. Fun game. I played it probably every Saturday for like a year and a half at least. Like, I used to play rec basketball when I was like really young, and oh my god, I played this game like every Saturday before or after my games. Like, back when you were a kid, when you thought like, oh, I don't have anything to do on Saturday, so I'm gonna play video games later. That's what this game was. That game for me. This was the game that all I did was play every Saturday. Wake up, eat cereal, watch Shaolin Showdown or something else that was on WB. Watch Pokemon, play this game. That's the way it works. But those were great times. I miss those days. Not a care in the world. Don't we all miss our childhoods? But I just finished playing a little bit of Sonic Unleashed, and this is another game that really I think gets a lot of hate. A little bit of flack from the Sonic fans. Can we go up there? No, we can't. It's a little bit of hate from Sonic fans, but I mean I can see why, but I don't see why, because all in all, it might not be the most polished game in the sense of, say, Unleashed or Generations, or even Sonic Adventure 2 for that matter. But I think the gameplay mechanic really, no, I wanted Tails to get that. Really, it works. You know, it harkens back to classic Sonic. You know, you have 3 characters, different abilities. I think I talked about this in Generations, the last episode I just recorded. You have different everything. All the characters are unique enough where you don't feel like they that was not supposed to happen. You don't feel like they're stepping on each other's toes. And while yes, I think that it would be neat if Tails could run on his feet, you know, it's not the worst thing. I'm sure you have Knuckles and Sonic to do that. I don't really have a problem with flying Tails. But this is Seaside Hill. Made its return in Sonic Generations, which, granted, it's not the most unique level, but I like it. I think it's a nice mesh between classic Sonic checkerboard hills, what's it called? Emerald Hill style levels, Green Hill style levels, and new, more tropical Sonic levels that you see in Emerald Coast and Sonic. What was in Adventure? Was there one in Adventure? There wasn't one in Adventure, I guess. Yeah, like Emerald Coast. Kind of seems like a nice little mix. And then you get to this portion, and later Ocean Palace. And it's really kind of completely different. Yeah, it's watery, yeah, it has checkerboard, but the idea it's pretty different, I'd say. Relatively different.
Looks like we can use that cannon to go up.
I like this level in Generations. I'm not sure which one I like more, if I like the original or if I like Generations more. I think I'm leaning more towards the original, probably because it has a little more variety, but I don't know, I like this game, and for people who don't, I can see where maybe the movement isn't as natural, I guess. Coming from Sonic Adventure 2, Sonic is really slippery in this game, whereas he felt like he had less acceleration, a little more grip on his shoes. I can see where people might not be a fan of that, but all in all, I don't think this game is unplayable by any stretch of the imagination, and it's fun, plain and simple as that. It's a fun game. I do understand the gripe where you have 4 different teams, so you'll have different. You don't have different levels for those 4 teams. Each of the 4 teams goes through the same levels with primarily the same paths, so you don't have that much variety. But you know, it's not that terrible. As long as you don't sit and try to marathon the game, I don't think you'll get that bored of the levels. And even still, you have different objectives for them in a sense, and the levels aren't exactly the same. So Team Dark has longer levels, Team Rose has shorter levels, and Team Chaos has missions, so it's not even the same realm of things. But then again, maybe if I let's play this game, I would have a different stance on things. So who knows? I'm trying to think, what do I want to do next? I'm not doing Ocean Palace because that's a little bit redundant, at least for a short video like this. I don't want to do the casino levels because those aren't. I mean, okay. See, here's the thing. I think I have the blinders on. I definitely have the blinders on right now because I just said that it's a great game and it's a fun game. Casino levels are fun, but the ping pong sucks. The ping pong is not the best. But the regular levels where you're just running around like a little Sonic fool. That's kind of cool. Those are awesome. But ping pong, not my favorite thing in this game. But here we are. This is Bran Metropolis, which is kind of interesting. I believe it's Eggman's base in a sense, not his like ultimate base, but it is a city kind of owned by Eggman, which kind of reminds me of the Sonic OVA when they go to that city. I can't remember the name of the city, but they fight that giant Sonic Tails, fight that giant Eggman mech. This kind of reminds me of that, although it's a little bit brighter. How low can he go? Yeah, as you can tell, Sonic he goes from 0 to 60 pretty quickly. I mean, it's not that terrible, but at the same time, it's more noticeable than in Sonic. Sonic Adventure 2. But homing attack is just the same. Everything about Sonic pretty much plays the same. You have an extra tornado attack here, which is used to take down larger enemies, which is kind of neat. But other than that, not too much of a departure from traditional Sonic gameplay. I do think it's interesting how every Sonic game has these portions of the level just suspended in midair. I mean, what's holding up this ramp? I do want to know that, I mean, maybe I shouldn't question it. I probably shouldn't question it. Who manufactured, who created this corkscrew design that's floating in? I don't really know, but I do think it'd be nice to know. We'll go here, and this is where some of the level differentiates. In the Chaotix level, you can hop down on this platform, which I don't know if you can do that here. Yeah, you can. And that's actually where the level stops. So you have a little bit extra, you have extra level. That's hard to say. A little more level with Sonic and the gang than you would with Chaotix and Amy Rose and whatnot. But light speed dash is back. It works. It works similar to Sonic Adventure 2, where you don't have to hold down the button as in Sonic Adventure 1. So that's nice. Sonic can cling on walls, which is not the most useful. I think there are maybe a few spots where you have to use it. I don't recall too many though. But this is another Sonic game that I never actually got Super Sonic in and finished all the stories. I think it was the Chaotix levels that did me over. Like, Amy Rose, easy. That story, really easy. Sonic's story, easy. I finished it off, no big deal. Even Team Dark with their levels that are harder and longer, that's what she said, those are easy. But Chaotix, I want to say it's one of the missions, I think it's the Hang Castle mission, that did me over, and I could not finish it. Maybe there's a later mission, I don't really know, but I'm pretty sure they were the ones that I stopped at. What time is it? It's 11:44 in the morning. I'm not sure. You ever get to that point of the day where you're not sure if you want to go all in with breakfast, or just start up with lunch. You know, that's the point of day I'm at right now.
Let Sonic take care of
I have
this.
biscuits in the fridge, and I'm like, yo, they're the grand ones, so they're not my favorites. I like flaky, but we have the grand ones. And I'm trying to think, do I want to eat biscuits, or do I want something more munchy? I don't know. I will say, here's what happened. I think, you know how I'm always talking about Chinese food in my videos, right? Well, I went to the Chinese food place, and it's the local one. And I go there frequently, get their stuff. It's pretty good. However, I don't think I'll ever be going back because, well, two things. One, I have a coworker, he was talking about how he found this ginormous hair in his food, which, I mean, you know, that's bound to happen, I guess, when you work in food service, and you know, you can't expect it always to be perfect, although it's ideal. But yeah, he told me about that, so I was kind of bugged out. But then, all right, so I go in there, I go to the place, the Chinese food place, and I walk in there. All right, so it's a parking lot. Let me lay it out for you, right? It's a parking lot. There's a little parking lot right in front of the store. The parking lot where I park my car is like 2 feet away from the door. So I walk in, get out my car, open the door, and there's this dude behind me, right? This dude behind me. I hold the door for him. However, I hold the door open, not like open it so he goes in first. I'm already in the door, so I just hold it open, you know, doing my courteous thing. Shout outs to me for holding it down. So yeah, I go up to the counter, and from where the door is, all right, I told you the parking lot to the door is like 2 feet, and then the door to the counter is like another 2 feet. So it's like a really small hole in the wall Chinese place. There's no, like, it's not dining or anything. Let's actually switch teams here. We'll go with Team Rose because they're cool guys. Rail Canyon. Oh no, we're doing Egg Forest, Frog Forest. Yeah, Frog Forest. It's fun. So yeah, and the lady who gets the food, she saw me. She saw me. I come in there like every 2 weeks or whatever, get my food, and I was the first person in line. You know that she took that guy's money before mine and handed him his food, and he got to leave first. And I felt so disrespected right there. I was like, no, this isn't happening. So I'm one of those real kind of courteous guys. Like, I don't like making a scene or anything. And I did make a scene, which, you know, I really don't like doing that. I can never do that. I worked in public service, and I understand customer service, that type of thing. I understand it. That sucks. Like, I don't like when people screw with me like that. If you're having a bad day or don't like the way something's done, there's a tactful way to handle it, and there's a bad way to handle it. So I didn't make a scene or anything, but I can tell you this: I will not be giving them any more of my money, which really actually sucks because there's no other Chinese food place near me that's of similar quality. Where's the mushroom? Oh, there it is, right above the guy. But yeah, that really ticked me off because I don't like being wronged. I was actually telling someone the other day, like, you have 2 chances. Like, you can cross me once, and I'll be like, all right, that's cool, whatever. But you don't get to do it again. Maybe I told you that. I don't know. I was talking to somebody, maybe with you guys. But yeah, I don't. That doesn't happen. You don't do that with me. I'm not one to hold a grudge, but I will write you off. No problems with that. So now you know. But this is Frog Forest. We're not here to talk about Chinese food and poor customer service. We're here to talk about Frog Forest, and Sonic Heroes Not Unleashed. But something I've come to realize too, I forget what game I was playing. Maybe it was Sonic, it might have been another Sonic game. Let me stop and think for a second. Because it was something. I was playing something where you had a team of characters behind you. I don't know if it was an RPG. It was something. And I've come to realize something I really appreciate about in games. Some people might not like the fact that you have these 3 characters with you. Oh, that's so cool! Look, when they bounce on Big, they hang on him. That's so cool! Yo, this is like honestly my favorite team though. They have a lot of character. But what I was gonna say, something that's really neat is when you have a team of characters with you and you're playing through a level and they talk about the level or whatever, I think it's so cool because you have this real life interaction. Not real life interaction, but you have this, real time interaction with the characters. They're noticing what's going on. You feel like they're actually there with each other. It's not they're these models on the screen. So I really do appreciate that. Some people think it's annoying when Sonic and friends talk throughout the levels and whatnot. I think I'm about to die. No, good. I think it's fun. I think it's friendly. It's enjoyable. Although Big the Cat is kind of stupid. But I don't know. I feel like it's more of an inclusive experience than with than when you just have like one character running through a level talking to him or herself. Can you go over there? I really want to try, but I don't think it's worth the death. I do think it's kind of weird how they push on his belly like that. They could have come up with something a little more nifty. Do I want to go again? Do I want to go with Team Dark? I don't know. Is there another level? Let me look through the levels. I'll see if there's something else I want to play through. Rail Canyon's kind of cool, but it's also kind of tough. But maybe if I do Rail Canyon with Amy Rose. Definitely not Team Chaos, because look at this. Their levels are super long. Maybe it's because I just suck, but all their levels are like over 5 minutes long. Hang Castle, 10 minutes, really? No, not happening. So we'll do Rail Canyon with Amy with Amy Rose. Yeah, I don't feel like going through that super long level.
Here we go.
I do appreciate the return of that little cutout right there, the overlay before the levels. I think it's kind of neat. I would have liked it to match the characters a little better. It's all the Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles characters, colors. So I would have preferred, it to be like pink, purple, and cream, I guess, for this team, like black, pink, and something for Team Dark and whatever. But, it works. It's nifty. I wonder if there are any mods of this game. I'm sure there's something. Has this been released on PC or Steam or anything like that? I'm not entirely sure. I also think it's kind of cool having Amy Rose playable in this game, where she's more or less a clone of Sonic, which, it's nice to have characters with different abilities. She has her Pico Hammer, which creates tornado gusts and whatnot. It's nice to have characters with different abilities, but at the same time, coming from Sonic Adventure with Amy Rose, who was less than fast, it's nice seeing her as a playable, speedy character. I still think she's slower. Yeah, she's slower than Sonic. I think Sonic and Shadow are the same speed, and Espio's a little bit slower, but faster than not Knuckles. Yeah, he's faster than Knuckles, but he's faster than Amy. So I do think there is differences. Let's go with that. There are differences there, but it's nice seeing Amy who can actually run through speed sections and not have to rely on jumping with her hammer all day, all the time. And train. One of the problems with this, I don't know if it's the lack of momentum. You kind of rely on a lot of boost pads, I guess, in this game and also in this level, which is kind of a bummer. I don't like boost pads, as most people don't in Sonic games. I think you should just be able to go fast without it. Then again, I was just talking about in Sonic Unleashed how you have the boost, and I'm gonna die. No, I'm not. That's awesome. You can stand on that. So boost pads not my favorite thing in this game, but they don't take away from the game that much, so I won't complain. Another little... Don't fall off. Thank goodness for that. When you get to a ledge, the character will stop and kind of hang off, which is kind of cool. Something else is kind of new to this game, or is new to this game, Team Blast, which each team has a different mechanic. Team Rose has one of the cheapest mechanics, I'd say. If you use it on a big enough pile of enemies, they get ring boxes for every enemy that they kill. Random number of rings per box. But if you use them on a big enough group of enemies, you can get that Team Blast back really quickly, which I guess is a nifty little strategy, but
Don't worry about them.
they do look like rhinos, dude. I do think it's neat. There are different cutscenes in this game, which you get from different perspectives depending on who you're playing as, because you meet different teams at different times, and those teams obviously have different things to say. So if you're playing as Team Rose, you'll meet Sonic Team, but you'll get a different scenario than if you play... you'll get the same scenario, but from a different perspective than if you're playing as Team Sonic or Team Rose, whatever. What was I gonna say? I was gonna say something. It was something really important. But... Oh, what I was gonna say was I don't know. Do you have cutscenes that explain why the teams are the way they are? I mean, Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles are just homies, I guess. But like the first cutscene for Ambrose explains how they kind of get together, what they're all going after. But I do wonder how the developers decided that Team Rose would be a thing. Like, I guess Amy and Cream are friends, but I really wouldn't put Amy and Big as being buddies, you know? They seem kind of like just circumstantial. Oh, we're in the same place, same time, let's team up. But I think that's going to be the end of this. 20 minutes, that sounds like a good enough time. I'm sure I'll come back and play this game another time, if not for a complete Let's Play of sorts. Who knows? You are like awesome, Amy. Anyway, let's see, where do we end off? End off with some good music. The menu music is great. Yeah, this is great menu music. So, thanks again for watching. I will see you in the next one when I play something else. It's been a while. It's really been a while since I've recorded what I'm playing. But who knows what I'll pick up next. Maybe it'll be L.A. Noire, or maybe it'll be, as I look over my game shelf, Ridge Racer 6. That's a fun game. Who knows? Anyway, thanks again for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Have a great day.